What are the main principles of socialism and liberalism? Have you ever wondered how different societies organize their economies and political systems? Today, we are going to break down the main principles of socialism and liberalism. These two ideologies shape how people live and work together, and understanding them can help us see the world more clearly. Let's start with socialism. Socialism is an economic and political system that focuses on collective ownership. This means that the community owns the means of production, like factories and land, instead of private individuals. The goal is to distribute resources based on what society needs rather than just for profit. One of the key principles of socialism is economic equality. This ideology aims to reduce the gap between the rich and the poor. Socialists believe that everyone should have access to essential services, such as health care and education, regardless of their income. Another important aspect of socialism is democratic participation. Socialists advocate for people to have a say not only in government but also in economic decisions. This means that communities can influence how resources are used and distributed. Now, let's shift gears and talk about liberalism. Liberalism centers on individual freedom and private property rights. In a liberal system, individuals have the right to own property and the means of production, and these rights are protected by law. A core principle of liberalism is the free market economy. This system allows goods and services to be produced and distributed based on supply and demand. It encourages competition and innovation, which can lead to a diverse range of choices for consumers. Individual freedom is another key tenet of liberalism. This ideology emphasizes the importance of personal rights, allowing people to pursue their own economic goals without excessive interference from the government. When we compare socialism and liberalism in the context of economic systems, the differences become clear. Socialism focuses on collective ownership and planned production to meet societal needs. In contrast, liberalism relies on private ownership and market mechanisms to drive economic activity. In practice, socialist systems often provide universal access to essential services, aiming to reduce income inequality through progressive taxation and social welfare programs. On the other hand, liberal economies thrive on entrepreneurship and innovation, driven by competition and profit incentives. From a socialist perspective, collective ownership and economic equality are seen as ways to address the inequalities present in capitalist systems. Socialists argue that controlling the means of production can ensure resources benefit everyone, not just a select few. However, they also recognize that liberal systems can offer advantages like innovation and efficiency, which are important for growth. Understanding the main principles of socialism and liberalism helps us appreciate the different ways societies can organize themselves. Each ideology has its strengths and weaknesses, and they continue to shape our world today.